Howdy folks, and welcome to another Taste of Gameplay video, this time for the Tier 8 German premium cruiser, the Wiesbaden. Had to look up how to pronounce that as well. As always, these videos are designed to give you a sample of the gameplay of the ship, not to be an exhaustive analysis. I recommend the Wargaming Wiki or other content creators. So, as far as Tier 8 cruisers go, this is a pretty good one. There's a lot to like about the Wiesbaden. It's got smokes, which is one of my favorite things. It's got a pretty good hydro. The guns are excellent. They're destroyer caliber guns, but it gets quarter pen on the HE. Pretty low alpha, 1350 only, but it gets 12 guns in 6 double turrets, and you can fire all of them basically at pretty good angles. And they have excellent pen. They have 32 millimeters of pen, so you can pen even the bow and stern on a lot of battleships. Reload, I think, is 6 seconds, so it's basically an HE spammer. Kind of think of it like the mines or something like that, just at Tier 8. The main thing you're giving up is there's no heal, so it's a little challenging to play it too aggressively. However, it has amazing concealment at, I believe if you fully build for it, which I think I did, it's 8.5. Also, because the guns are low caliber, I'm going to do a whole video at some point on the importance of smoke fire and smoke firing. But I believe the smoke fire on the Wiesbaden is only 4.5, which is crazy. That means you can sit in smoke and just farm battleships and cruisers, and if they don't have any other way to spot you, like hydro or radar, then you are invisible all the way up to 4.5. I'm going to play pretty well in this one, so I can walk through some of my gameplay decisions. As always, I play these games pretty conservatively. I think there is a temptation with the Wiesbaden, because of some of the reasons I just explained, to play pretty aggressively. But actually, that can be pretty sketchy. And the big problem and the elephant in the room is that this is a Tier 8 ship, and every Tier 8 ship has the same problem, which is that it's constantly up-tiered into Tier 10 games. Of course, if you get down-tiered or if you're top-tier, you're going to have a good time. But in Tier 10 games, you really have to be careful. And the problem is this is not a ship that wants to be careful. It wants to just get in there and mix it up. Not brawling so much, but like dancing around, using the smoke and that really good concealment to just be really impactful. Popping up undetected and dumping an enormous amount of HE into somebody, or even AP. The AP here is pretty solid as well. It gets much higher alpha damage values. It's 3100 per shell, and the pen is not bad. It's pretty low caliber, so you know you're not going to be citadeling a bunch of folks, but because of the volume of fire, if you aim at the soft spots of cruisers and battleships, you're going to do a lot of damage. But the problem is that playstyle is just really hard to pull off in a Tier 10 game, especially this one, because we've got a carrier, and the carrier is really going to be annoying later in the game. So here you see I've kind of made a little bit of a mistake. Actually, I'm not sure if it's a mistake or not, but I wish I was up closer around this island. I probably could have saved our Fletcher, because he's going to die to this Marceau, and if I'd been there to help him. But the problem is I just was really worried about my ship instantly exploding. Again, Tier 10 game, it's so easy for a light cruiser like this in open water to just get absolutely nuked off the map. Quick note about this map, by the way. This is a great map. It's really fun. It ends up providing a lot of interesting situations because of the way the channels are and the way it flows, especially through this middle of the map. There's lots of places to hide and lots of choke points, but not so many that it becomes impossible to get anything done. Yeah, this Marceau was never going to get away. So, I mean, it's great that I got that kill, but obviously it would have been better if I'd been able to do it and save the Fletcher. And in retrospect, I probably could have, but I just didn't know. So, dirty little secret here. I actually played another game in the Wiesbaden before this one that I'm not going to show you because it was just a terrible game. I didn't play particularly well, but mostly it was just a blowout. I mean, just a really crazy bad blowout, like one of these that's over in 6 minutes. and it was a tier 10 game. And that's part of the problem with tier 8 light cruisers is in a game like that one, there's just nothing you can do. I mean, you're just not a strong enough ship because you're tier 8. And you can't play too aggressively because you don't have a heal, and you really will just explode. Sometimes I like to play the Tiger 59, laugh if you want, but we'll get there eventually. But one thing that is nice about the Tiger 59 is if you make a mistake, it gets super heals. So you can make one mistake often per game and kind of get away with it. But in the Wiesbaden, you're not going to get away with it because you don't have any heals and you're just as explodey. It's got a pretty big citadel that's above waterline. The armor is fairly terrible. I think the side armor is 25. Still though, in the right hands and in the right game, and if you play smart and you play carefully, the Wiesbaden is a really good ship, especially for a tier 8 cruiser. The guns are just really strong in the right setting. HE spamming into the superstructure of battleships and into cruisers. This is a mistake. This is a classic mistake. I'm the one spotting the midway. I really wanted to farm that midway, and I just wasn't thinking that through. Of course, I'm the one spotting him, so now I thought actually about blind firing that midway, but I thought better of it. And the problem now is I'm going to end up kind of trapped here by this carrier and his plane spotting. I think I would be okay in this position if it wasn't for the carrier, but I'm kind of trapped in this smoke now because of the carrier. Luckily, at the last second to rescue my game, this Vermont comes along and pushes directly into me. And oh boy, am I going to get a lot of damage on this Vermont. I mean, this is the advantage of positions like this. This is a dangerous position for me to be in, but look at this. I mean, there's just not much this Vermont can do. He is caught in open water. He is spotted. It's going to be really hard to get unspotted. And I just get to farm the heck out of this guy. Doing these crazy salvos. Let's see how much on this one. I guess not that much, but I've already set him on fire twice, I think, and I think I'm going to get one more. Yeah, I started this at 4k damage. I'm already up to 30k damage, and I think I'm going to get even more than that. Of course, got to be careful. That's I commented on one of the previous videos, but the smoke timer mod, if you can find it and use it, is immensely valuable. I used to do this thing where I would fire one too many shots at the end of a smoke and get spotted. But with the smoke timer, it tells you basically how long there is left on your own smoke, and so you can make sure not to make that one last shot. Yeah. So I did almost 52,000 damage to that Vermont. That's crazy. Just pumping HE into his superstructure. Gotta be really frustrating. He wasn't even pushed that far. I guess he thought that if he turned around, he would give broadside to Los Andes or something. I don't know. I'm not sure what he was thinking. He should have just tried to bail. I don't know if it would have worked. Holding down the center of the map here, hoping that one of these two ships, either I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, but the Dutch light cruiser there, or this GQ Johnny, are going to make a mistake. Sadly, they're not. They're not going to make a mistake, but I am keeping them from advancing and also keeping them from capping, along with my teammates down there to the south. Yeah, this would be a great position if it wasn't for this freaking carrier. Man, CV's so annoying. This midway is just going to torment me for the next few minutes. Oh well. I thought about pushing spawn pretty much just to get that carrier, but again, tier 8 light cruiser, I would just be toast. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah. AP, switch to the AP. Chunk this guy. Light cruiser. Close range. Oof. Ooh, yeah, okay. Unfortunately though, I was so laser focused on him that I wasn't focused on the CV torpedoes, and See, again, I mean, that was worth it, arguably, but boy, it'd be so much better if I had a heal. On the other hand, if I had a heal, this ship would be OP for tier 8. It would be way too good. They'd have to nerf some other parts of the ship, I guess. It's GQ Johnny. Really annoying. I mean, he's playing well. This is what he should do, but it's just really annoying. He's blind. He's not blind firing. He's in smoke. He's invisible smoke firing me. Of course, two can play at that game. I'm so low health. And he is not, unfortunately. Oh, God. Get off of me, carrier. Oh, no, I'm going to take one, aren't I? Oh, yeah. Luckily, I still had my repair party. Otherwise, that flood would probably have knocked me out. I mean, this game's won at this point. So there's room here for me to play a little more aggressively. The team doesn't really need my ship, actually. I don't know what that enemy Fletcher is doing. Is that that's a Fletcher down there, I think? I mean, he's going after our carrier. That is just almost never a good idea. There are some times when it is. I'm not going to say it's never a good idea, but sometimes I call that the red mist. Players just really, really, really want to kill a carrier. And I get it. I get it. But it's usually not worth it. Certainly not worth this. I mean, he's way out of position. Anyway, yeah, the Wiesbaden. Good ship. Good ship. Great guns. Good all-around ship. Torpedoes are pretty handy. They go out to 9.5 kilometers, so tough to use offensively. Though I will say that the concealment on this ship is so good that you could try to use these torpedoes. You can stealth torpedo in this ship. But really, it's all about the guns, and they are worth the price of admission, especially against destroyers. Yeah, firing 12 guns every 6 seconds. I think I just procced Lucians too, so now I'm firing even more frequently. Yeah, just be careful not to explode, and you're all good. God, a carrier is still after me. Leave me alone. I think I'm going to get my revenge on him, though. If I remember right, I'm going to get to pump some damage into him. I don't think I'm going to kill him, but he would have done even more damage to me if he was a little bit better at these drops. He's doing an okay job, but like that drop, yeah. Anytime you're sailing, so one thing about carrier torpedoes is they're often very slow. Look, I'm going the same speed they are. So that does make them easier to avoid if you can plan a little in advance. Here we go. I get my revenge. Switch to the AP. Oh, switch to, yep, okay, switch to the AP. There we go. Oh, my reload is really, really good right now. I guess that's adrenaline rush plus Lucian's. Hooray, yeah, another 19k into him. So yeah, 2 kills, 90,000 damage, and a win. Can't really ask for much more than that. I think I'm going to be top tier. 2,300 experience. And that's after really basically never playing the ship. Like playing one game in it before I recorded this video, and then this is the second game. I think I've got maybe 4 or 5 games total in the Wiesbaden. I don't know why. I think I don't often play tier 8, and when I do often play Tiger 59. So I've never really tried the Wiesbaden, but I should play it more often. It's a surprisingly good ship, and I got a kick out of playing it like this. It's a good ship if you want a puzzle, if you want to use your brain a lot, because you do have to be constantly thinking. You have to be, I guess it's got a high skill ceiling because it does explode really easily. So if you're in the wrong place at the wrong time, you're going to be useless or you're just going to die. But if you're in the right place at the right time, man, you can really farm just a ton of damage. So yeah, that's the Wiesbaden. Definitely a ship worth picking up if you can afford it or if you can find it. Yeah, I will see you guys in the next one.